Good afternoon. Welcome to our presentation on the Truck USA Incorporated merger. This has been presented by Travis Andrews and Bryce Hanson. We will be going over the charter that we created for our team project, as well as the human resource plan, the communications management. We'll be focusing on conflict management and lessons learned as well.
The USA Trucks Incorporated project is the merging of three major truck companies, General Motors, Chrysler, and Ford. The new merged company will consist of a new and reduced product line to reduce the competition with one another while maximizing profits. The merger will also involve the consolidation of manufacturing plants and a restructure of the workforce. A corresponding marketing strategy will be implemented to help advertise the new brand. Included in the project portfolio is a project team charter, human resources management plan, and communication management plan to aid in the merging process. Next slide.
Initially, to begin the project, we created our team charter, which acts as the guidelines for our project work. It consists of our goals and our barriers, as well as establishing ground rules and the preliminary project plan.
The major milestones of our project are placeholders and indications of progress and timeliness within the project. These milestones include the completion of the mission statement, scope, communication plan, budget, stakeholder identification and analysis, the management strategy, and our multiple status reports. The milestones are put into place to help keep the project on track. And next.
Human resource management is vital to any project success. Developing the human resource plan is the initial step in the overall project human resource management. Understanding our employee needs for the project, we conducted job analysis to align skills with tasks that are created for the deliverables throughout the project. By establishing clearly defined roles, we were able to identify responsibilities and align strengths with deliverables. Underneath the project manager, we have four main departments: business, engineering, operations, and human resources. Within each of these departments, we identified key stakeholders who will participate in developing this project and pushing along deliverables and tasks. This is the RACI chart, which shows the relationship between the project tasks and the team members. Changes will be proposed in accordance with the project's change control processes. As we can see here, the project manager will be accountable for ensuring all tasks are completed and signed off, and each individual key stakeholder will participate differently with each task. So utilizing employees from all three companies, we were able to develop the acquisition and allocation plan and identified any training needs. Throughout the course of the project, we'll have periodic performance reviews with a reward guaranteed towards the end of the project upon completion. Also to note, as this is a complex merger with very many plants involved, we had guidelines from OSHA to ensure that employee safety is of the utmost importance.
The Communications Management Plan sets the communications framework for the USA Trucks Incorporated project. It will serve as a guide for the communications throughout the life of the project and will be updated as the needs for communication change. This plan identifies and defines the roles of a person involved in this project. In the Communications Management Plan, you will find a list of roles within the project, a project team directory, a communications matrix, a set of guidelines for meetings, and a set of guidelines for conflict resolution. Next slide. Approach and roles. The project manager will take a proactive role in ensuring effective communications on this project. The communications requirements are documented in the communications matrix, which can be found on the following slide. Because this project involves the merger of 3 large companies, the communications approach will be detailed and followed carefully as to ensure that all parties are properly kept up to date on project progress. The roles include project sponsor, program manager, key stakeholders, change control board, customer, project manager, and project team. Next slide. Communications matrix. This is the communications matrix for the project. The details of the communications matrix include the communication type, the objectives of the communications, the medium, such as face-to-face, conference call, or email, and the frequency of these communications. Additionally, the matrix includes the audience, the owner or leader of the meeting, and finally, the deliverables of the meeting. Next slide. The meeting guidelines provide a format for the meetings. All meetings should have a meeting agenda completed and sent out to all parties within the meeting before the meeting begins. Additionally, meeting minutes should be kept for records, which will include action items. The meeting chairperson is the one responsible for leading the meeting, which includes sending out the agenda. The note taker will keep notes as the meeting is going on, as well as maintain a parking lot item list and hand them over to the meeting chairperson at the end of the meeting for him or her to create the meeting minutes. The timekeeper is a designated person designed to keep the meeting on track and within the designated time limits. Parking lot items are items or topics kept by the note taker that were not on the agenda for the meeting but may have come up. These items have enough merit or enough importance that they will be discussed at a later time. Next slide. Conflict management. The conflict resolution guidelines are in place to help alleviate any conflicts that arise within the project, thus allowing the project to continue moving forward more quickly in the event of any roadblocks. The first step of the conflict resolution guidelines is to identify the issues and any potential solutions. The parties involved should then report the issues to the project manager. In step 2, the project manager is to arrange a meeting. Each side will have time to discuss their problems and differences and offer solutions. The project manager or appropriate manager will mediate this meeting. Last is the resolution and follow-up. The project manager is encouraged to informally check in on all parties involved in a dispute to ensure that the issue has been resolved and to help maintain positive relationships within the project. The next slide.
While this is a complex project, it can bring along many challenges and new learning opportunities. Here we identified 10 of our top lessons learned. While most of them may be negative, there were a few positive outcomes from these lessons. One to note would be the negotiation lesson that we learned. It had a positive impact on our project overall, as we were able to both negotiate sides and define roles and clear deliverable schedules while maintaining our social life as well as our work and school lives. This will conclude our presentation on the Truck USA Inc. merger. Thank you.